Everyone's looking for the young guy. They're looking for McVay. I think take a shot out Todd Bowles, get him a second shot at head coach, and see if you can do it.
I don't think they will. If they don't have Anthony Davis, I'm saying it right now. If Anthony Davis is out for the playoffs, they don't make it out of the first round.
It's crazy. And our kids will know how great Tom Brady is because he's going to be playing.
Yes, it is 15.0%.
That's what the Yankees brought Garrett Cole to do.
He was a 6th-round pick. This is a fairy tale story that's being written in front of our eyes.
People like to call them their JV team, and they just stole one of their better players.
They didn't struggle against the Padres. The Padres didn't really put up a fight in most of the games.
Jerry Jones, hope you're listening.
Hi, I'm Landon Bowe, and you're listening to Outsiders Opinions with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our NFL Opinions of the Week. I'm Kevin. I'm joined by, of course, his team made a trade at the start of the year, getting Micah Parsons, but nothing too major this trade deadline day, which has become more active in recent years, Austin. And to me, I think the biggest trade to me is the Jets trading Sauce Gardner for 2 first-round picks to the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, I remember maybe just like 5 to 10 years ago, the trade deadline was kind of just it's a deadline, but no one ever makes a lot of trades. But now it's become a common occurrence for people to make trades, and there's a lot of teams here that are making moves for guys that I'm interested to see how they move forward. The Jets were, I'll mention this first, before the Sauce Gardner deal, was that the Chiefs were interested in Breece Hall. They offered a 4th-round pick, but the Jets were only going to trade him for a 3rd-round pick. But now he's going to go away as a free agent, so I don't really understand that. But with Sauce Gardner, it's a big ad for Colts defense that has had a lot of injuries. Their best corner, Charvarius Ward, has been out with a concussion that he suffered earlier in the year. So I think that this is a good trade. Now, Sauce has struggled the past couple seasons compared to the standards that he set as a rookie in his second season. But I do think this is a good trade.
Yeah, I think it's a good trade for the Colts, and it really shows they're going all in. You mentioned Charvarius Ward, but I really like this for the Colts because they have Sauce. Sauce just signed a huge deal with the Jets in this past offseason. He is locked up. He is young. I think he can still attain his rookie form, what he showed. And just kind of, he still has a lot left in the tank, which is why I'm surprised the Jets decided to move off him. But maybe they really want to redo a lot of what this team is.
Yeah, I think they probably move off of, I don't think Breece Hall resigns, obviously, and I think Justin Fields is gone. So it's really just like, what do you do with Garrett Wilson at that point? So I think there's going to be some serious questions to ask over this offseason for the Jets, who I thought looked okay coming into the year. Obviously didn't have the record being all that greater than competing for the AFC East, but it looks even worse than anyone really expected. We can go into Quinnen Williams out of the Cowboys to kind of continue that just fire sale of the Jets.
Yeah, I was really surprised the Cowboys traded a first-round pick for Quinnen Williams. I don't know how to feel about it because I'm kind of prepared, like, all right, we're just for the future. But Quinnen Williams is a now move, and it also clogs up the middle, but I like to have a disruptive big man. I think that's really cool to have.
I think it's a now move, but I also think it's a future move. I mean, he's only 27. Like, this is not a guy that's all that old, and he is a very good player. He's been a Pro Bowler the last 3 seasons. He's played well this year. He's a great player, and I think that adding him next to all the guys they have on D-line will only make the D-line better, which has really struggled this year, even after, obviously, they traded away Micah for Kenny Clark. But now they have probably the best D-tackle pairing in the league.
Yeah, I know some people were talking about that and they were mentioning other guys. But, yeah, it really has gone from a bad group to they got a big group. And I know Quinnen Williams is great pass rushing, but he can also help in the run. I really think they get that pass rusher with that first-round pick. One of the 2 first-round picks they have, I really think that can really help the defense. So, yeah, show their buyers. They also traded for Logan Wilson. Yes, Logan Wilson requested a trade from the Bengals. To me, that's been a really bad part of the Cowboys is their linebacking core. So any linebacker really helps them get better.
Yeah, I agree. I saw people hate him because he got like basically benched. But I mean, anything can be better than what Kenneth Murray and some of those other guys are doing right now.
Yeah, and they really need it. And he's on a long-term deal. So it's kind of their win now moves, but also win for the future moves.
Yeah, they both are. Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what happens. I'm really excited about Quentin Williams because he is a guy that I'm like, he's just a big dude that can move. And I like big dudes. Like I think one of my favorite players is, oh my gosh, I'm forgetting his name. But oh my gosh, it's the nose tackle for Tampa Bay.
Vita Vea.
Vita Vea. Because like he is massive, but he's also an absolute machine.
Yeah. He is, and this is definitely a great addition for the Cowboys for that D line. I think their D line, especially in the middle, is going to be solid. And Clowney's actually played decent since he's come over.
Yeah, and he's been helpful. I also like Ezaraku. I think he needs to continue to develop. I don't think none of them is going to be Micah Parsons level, but I think he's going to be a solid pass rusher. He has a chance to. I heard a lot after he was drafted that I'm like, all right, I really want to see what he can do.
Yeah.
So I would say Sauce and Quentin Williams are one of the bigger moves, but you also have some wide receivers getting traded. You have Rashid Shaheed going to the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, and there's a Cooper Kupp injury in there, which makes me think, okay, Cooper Kupp's probably out a little bit longer than I anticipated. Torrey Horton's looked good as a rookie, and so they're going to have two like deep threats along with JSN. I think this is the Seahawks buying it for this year, but also the future. Shaheed's not that old of a player, and his ability to stretch the field is something that Clint Kubiak liked to do with the Saints, but now he has the guy that he was just with last year in Rashid Shaheed.
Yeah, absolutely. You brought that connection. And to me, the Seattle is a team that really reworked its wide receiver core. So that's something that, to me, this is just another addition of redoing a wide receiver core that they kind of basically gutted. They traded away DK Metcalf. They cut Tyler Lockett. Yes, they did have JSN, but he's really been moved up to that number one role. Of course, he's playing well. Then they brought in Cooper Kupp, and now Shaheed can just fill in for the Cooper Kupp injury, but when Cooper Kupp gets back, kind of another guy that you mentioned could take tops off of defenses.
Yeah, I agree.
And then, so the Jaguars have a lot of injuries with Travis Hunter being out with a knee injury. Brian Thomas is dealing with a shoulder issue. I like Jacoby Myers to the Jaguars.
Brian Thomas isn't dealing with a shoulder injury anymore. It's he hurt his ankle.
Oh, okay.
In the last game.
Okay, got it. So, but even when they get healthy for the future, I like Jacoby Myers with the Jaguars being a third wide receiver or third option.
Yeah, I think he's a very good wide receiver. He may get a lot of targets. I mean, he's not much of a deep threat. He's more of a middle guy. So I do like Jacoby Myers. He's been good the past couple of years, and he wanted out of the Raiders earlier in the season. If you remember, he asked for a trade, and now he finally got it.
Yeah, he is a guy that asked for a trade. There's some other ones, but one that sticks out to me is Trevor Penning goes to the Los Angeles Chargers that really need offensive line help.
Yeah, he's struggled early in his career, and this year he's been bad. But last year he was decent, and I think that's really what the Chargers are banking on, for him to kind of regain his form on a new team.
Yeah, and then there are other trades, but I think another notable one is the Eagles making a lot of trades. They got Jair Alexander as well as Jalen Phillips. And to me, this kind of shows just what they can do. And they'll recognize the need and be like, okay, let's go make it.
Yeah. That's definitely part of it. And while they, like, Jair Alexander's definitely seen his best days before, it's still a good trade for the rest of the season.
Yep. It's just another guy back there. And earlier they traded for Michael Carter from the Jets. So we'll have to see what happens. Do you have any other thoughts on the trade deadline?
No, I thought this was a very eventful trade deadline. It's rare that we see like crazy deadlines like this for the NFL, but I think teams are starting to warm up to the idea of adding someone mid-season from another team.
Yeah, and we'll see how all these moves go. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We appreciate you listening to Outsiders Opinions.